I had a couple who had contacted me months ago. They were looking at senior communities, and actually it was the senior community that had recommended Silver Linings Transitions. And I contacted the couple, and they kept putting me off. And then
because they were in denial.
Absolutely. And then they withdrew their deposit from the community. They just weren't going to move at all. And a couple months later, we get a call from the community that now the situation is dire, and the wife who had contacted me is now in skilled nursing, has dementia, can't make any decisions, and the husband is living alone on dialysis, and they need to get out quickly. So we made an appointment to go out the next day. You know, what we saw was it was filthy. There were flies, there were maggots, and he was by himself.
Right.
And I remember, you know, when he was giving us a tour of the house and he was climbing the stairs.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm like, you were in front of him and I'm in back of him
Just
because, yeah, it was really scary. So anyway, we signed the contract with him to list the house, and then of course our services were going to be free. And we walked out the door, and I turned to you and I said, I feel like we're superheroes,
right,
because he needed to be out, and we got him out and living in his new home,
right,
in a week.
Right.
And so our team went in and we recreated his home. We took all of his Navy awards, and we even took pictures of exactly how they were going to be put up on the wall.
Right.
And you came in and built a desk, which
that was fun.
You know, we normally don't build desks, but.
And then I was there visiting during the sale of the home, and I was visiting him and seeing what a wonderful community that was, and how if only people made the decision to move into the community earlier, they'd be able to take advantage of all these wonderful things. Unfortunately, I had to physically lift him out of his bed, put him in a wheelchair, and whirl him to a desk so he could sign the paperwork and so forth. And I texted you and I said, we need to do something about this. Mm-hmm. Let's do a TV show. And really, you know, talking about what the communities have to offer nowadays, I think when you ask a senior, oh, you think about moving into a senior community? They say, I'm not ready. So that begs the question, ready for what?
Right.
Well, you and I were talking earlier, we remember our great-grandparents and where they used to live. Nursing homes, convalescent homes. It's not like that anymore. Mm-hmm. You call it?
I call it cruise ship living on land,
right,
because I was actually on a cruise last week, and so I'm looking at the cruise schedule, and I'm thinking about the communities. In fact, we were in one yesterday, and I'm looking at the schedule. I'm like, we need to take a picture of
right,
these activities side
it's the
by
same
side.
Thing.
Absolutely.
So speaking of cruise ships, you know, I'm kind of comparing what we're trying to do with the show is like turning a cruise ship. It takes a long time to turn a really big ship in the water. And we understand there's a lot of perception out there of what senior living is. We're trying to change that perception a little bit at a time with our show to show people how easy it can be to make the move, because some people don't want to move because they think it's going to be hard. Mm-hmm. How easy it can be to sell the home because some people don't know how they're going to do that. Mm-hmm. And I think if seniors then see their peers mm-hmm. enjoying their lives in the community, mm-hmm. I think they'll be more likely to want to do it, and their adult children, I believe, will also see the benefits as well.